One of my favorite things in the game is when Yu-Gi-Oh! Players lose their minds over something that we've had for months, actually. I'm big 30% of you guys have not smashed the living crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so we can climb up the 100K ladder here. Flunder finally hit Master Duel. And it's almost like a 1 out of 1 format in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Would, make players lose their crap even harder. Well, let me tell you what. I've never seen more complaints about a format than this. I had my money on the Brave package. Now, for those of you that don't know, this was like the best double hitter ever, where you drop both the Brave package and Flunder simultaneously. Now, IRL, let's be honest here, the Brave package was one of the most annoying things that players had to deal with because it didn't lock you into just Brave stuff. It was a free package that gave you access to level 7s that you could synchro with, and then a token, a whole bunch of searchability, and some additional answers that, a lot of players didn't really know how to do it. For an engine that just generated a lot of free chicken tendies at the end of the day, it was, still remains one of the most powerful things. The OCG currently has it limited to 1 per each, Rite of Armisia and the Water Enchantress. And to top things off, they automatically semi-limited this package on arrival into Master Duel. So, we're the only ones that still have the package at 3, but to be honest, we've already checked enough stuff around the package. The TCG has a very good knack of doing the little dance around the problem here. They do it all the time. It's no real surprise here. So even with the package at its full use here in the TCG, it hasn't really, it's still an annoyance, but it's tolerable because we're playing dance around the problem yet again. There's way other things to deal with besides just that. So Flunder entered into Master Duel simultaneously here, and you know what I've heard constantly from players? I hate Master Duel. Oh my god, Flunder's the worst deck in the world. Oh my. Everybody sounds like Batman out here. You know what? This deck, I know Sam just made a video on this talking about how players are rage quitting. I watched my friend play a little bit of Master Duel the other day, and yeah, every time they saw Flunder on the ladder, they scooped. The Flunder mirror match is an entirely different dynamic. If you want to talk about some real insanity here, yeah, the Flunder mirror match is you want to talk about unfun mirror matches. A little side note here before we talk more about how Flunder's ruining Master Duel. Not really, but really, it's an interesting dynamic. But if you're worried about Flunder ruining your experience, wait till you play the Flunderese mirror match. Oh my god, there are chain links going everywhere. Your main deck, Dimension Shifters. Oh wait, Dimension Shifter is one of the main problems that allows a deck like Flunderese to exist. Oh, there's a 1 out of 1 format? We can't side for that? Oh, the Albaz Structure deck's not in the game yet. Means we can't play Zombie World. Here's the thing. Answers exist within the confines of the game for you to beat Flunder. It's called Necro Banshee, Zombie World, and Branded Fusion. The unfortunate part of this format here is, well, the actual weakness of the game, which is based on the 1 out of 1 concept. Now, the reason why Flunder's doing so good is, well, you're already a pretty casual game. This is actually interesting to say this, because Flunder's generation engine for its replenishment to regenerate its card advantage is just kind of better than everything else that Master Duel has in the Silver Below tier. Now, you gotta remember, I would say Silver Below, a little bit of Gold in there, is all the very casual player base. They're in here playing their Blue Eyes, I guess I couldn't say Dragon Maids as well. Maybe a little bit of Evil Twins in there. I'm not saying the Evil Twins is necessarily bad now that Troubled Sunny's out, but you'll have these players that are playing these waifu based decks, these little fun decks that they're okay, this is my baby, this is what I want to play. They build it to their specifications. Like a lot of the splash ability and things that we saw with, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon in the very beginning tearing through the OCG, you're seeing the same thing happen here with Flunder. It's such an easy deck to compact together and just go, okay, normal summon, normal summon, normal summon. You know how many people on day one did not read how Flunder works? I've seen so many Flunder players get max seed that I've actually I wish I could like troll you and be like, oh yeah, like the problem also with Master Duel is everybody's become such a how do you say Max C lover that they think every time they see Max C, they're just shaking when they see the card. They're like, oh my god, this card says draw like 8 cards. And they'll throw Max C on the table against whatever matchup because they think that it's going to pass the turn. Well, now that you have a deck that doesn't give two craps about, Maxi, unless you access the extra deck, smile. If you're accessing the extra deck with Flunder, you're either in such a winning advantage or you just are ready to like blow your opponent. It's an interesting thing when you touch the extra deck in that deck. But back to the case in point here. When you are looking at Yu-Gi-Oh players, now your player base has been, like, is brainwashed like the right terminology here? Like, they've been trained to go, oh, Maxi, whoa, like monkey see banana, They're like, oh my god, like this card's so good. Now you have a deck that's tier 1 that doesn't care about Maxi, like I said. And now because of that factor, now players are going to have to adjust. When you have an entire player base of people over here that's just been trained to think that they slam the auto win card on the table, yeah, they deserve to get punished. So here's where this is all going to continue to lead at this point in time. Master Duel's already small casual player base. I don't think it's going to be too happy with Flounder sticking around. Now, personally, I think Flounder is a good thing for the game. That means that, much like IRL, and I always say this, like, the deck is pretty gosh darn budget. Like, at least for the IRL experience, you can put the deck together and then you can be like, oh, I have a cheap Yu-Gi-Oh deck minus like prosperities that I can build IRL here and I can go play some events. That's what you want to see, right? If you're one of those players that's like, oh, I built Dragon Maids, oh my gosh, it's so precious. Oh, this is everything that I want, you're not going to do good IRL. That's not how that works. All right. But when you start to see this deck, curve up on the ladder, destroying people, maybe your interest will go, oh, maybe this is the case. Maybe this is what we need to look at. Maybe this is what we need to analyze here for us to want to get better at the game. Looks at the Brave package and screams internally, as the Brave package has not helped out too darn much. But overall here, Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to complain about anything. I get that. That's just how our game works at this point in time. Master Duel's community was not ready for Flounder. I'm going to be completely honest with you there. If you've looked at like the state of like Master Duel and like how they're trying to like catch the game up here, you will see that they're kind of missing the mark on a lot of like lists, because the game as of the last couple months has had a lot of jumps in terms of power creep. All right, and I mean, we've had one ban list in the game's history so far. So their logic is, since we're trying to dump all of this stuff into the game as quick as possible, we don't have to fix a lot of these already existing issues because the future card pool will do that. But when your game is as far as it is behind at this point in time, it's a little bit rougher. So if you're looking at playing Master Duel anytime soon, be warned. Flounder is here, and players are complaining about it. If you want a whole bunch of free wins, go build Flounder. If you get into the high ranks, buckle up, because you're going to be waiting all day for your opponent to combo through their Brave package and set up a whole bunch of stuff. Speaking of offbeat stuff for 500, Zodiac Brave never looked a lot more fun in the course of my life looking at this game. I've been watching a whole bunch of Korean players having success with the deck on Twitter, and you know what? I honestly think it looks a lot of fun. So, you surprised by anything that we've said here today, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more honest content. And as per usual, you know, everybody's like, oh my god, Master Duel's dead. No, it's not. It has its own community. You just don't want to play it because you don't want to spend more money. Peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.